What's up, interweb? This is the review from Tuesday, October the 4th. Okay, it says write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Now, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. That's slope-intercept form. Why is it called slope-intercept form? Because m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Now, what are you given here? You're given a point and the slope. So what formula are we going to use? Oddly enough, we're going to use point slope. So y minus y1 equals m open x minus x1. Now this y and this x stay. X and y, they don't change. So y minus, and what's y1? Remember, these are always in the form xy. y1 is 5 equals m, which is our slope. That's 3 open x minus 2. x1 is 2. Now, once you get to here, it looks kind of confusing, but there's really only one thing you can do here. Well, you could move the 5 over there, but that just makes it more confusing. But we can multiply the 3 times everything inside here, distributive property. So we get y minus 5 equals 3x minus 6. Right? Right. Now we add 5. Now we want to solve this equation for y. Y equals mx plus b. So we're going to add 5 to each side. Y equals 3x minus 1. Okay. Our slope is 3. Y-intercept is -1. It's going to start here. Now remember, slope is rise over run. So it rises 3. Remember, because 3 is actually 3 over 1. We just don't write it. So it rises 3, runs 1. So we go from here. Rises 3, 1, 2, 3, runs 1. 1, 2, 3, runs 1. You can also use this point, 2, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we have our nice pretty line. And this is, we call it L1, line number 1. Now L2 is basically the same thing, except it has all these nasty negative numbers. So again, y minus y1 equals m open x minus x1. So y minus, now y1 is 3. I'm sorry, -3. So minus a minus 3 makes it plus 3 equals m, our slope, which is -2, open x minus x1. Minus a minus 4 makes it a plus 4. So now we have y plus 3 equals, now we distribute the -2 over everything in here, -2x minus 8. Subtract 3 from each side. Y equals -2x minus 11. Okay, here's 10. 11 would be about right here. -11, excuse me. And our slope is -2. So it's going to rise to 1, 2, and run -1. Or we also have these 2 points, -4, -3. -4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's National Night Out. That's why I keep hearing helicopters flying over. I thought they were going to come and take me away again. Okay. And this is L sub 2. Now the third one, all you're given here are 2 points. What's the one thing we can calculate from 2 points? Slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, y2, remember, x, y, 1, and 2. So y2 is 7 minus y1 minus a minus 3 makes it a plus 3 over x2, which is negative 2. x2 is negative 2 minus x1 minus a minus 4 is a plus 4. So we have 10 over 2, which is 5, and that's our, man, it sounds like that helicopter's landing in my front yard. Okay, now we have slope and 2 points. So we're going to use point slope again. Y minus y1 equals m open x minus x1. Now it doesn't make any difference which point you use. Let's use this one because there's fewer negative numbers in there, but it doesn't make any difference. You can use this point also. So y minus 7 equals m, which is 5, open x minus x1 is negative 2, so that makes it a plus 2. So y minus 7 equals, now we're going to distribute the 5 over everything in here. 5x plus 10, add 7 to each side. Y equals 5x plus 17. Okay. Okay, the best thing to do here, because our y-intercept is so high up here, we'll never find it. So let's just use these 2 points. Negative 4, negative 3, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 3 is 1, 2, 3. This same point right here. And negative 2, 7. Negative 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's our L sub 3. Okay? Okay. That's what we did. Actually, we did that last week. Now, also last week, we did solve the system of equations by substitution. Now this point right here, negative 4, negative 3, that is the solution to these 2 lines where they cross. All right, we do that by graphing. Now here we do it by substitution. Now we know that y is the same thing as x plus 3. The equal sign means that they're exactly the same, not just kind of close, they're exactly the same. So y equals x plus 3. So y and x plus 3 are the same. So in the other equation, instead of y, we're going to put in x plus 3, substitution. So we get 2x plus, and again, y is x plus 3 equals 3. Now, what's basically the only thing not the only thing, but what's the easiest thing to do here? Combine like terms. 2x and 1x are 3x plus 3 equals 3. Now we have a real simple algebra problem. Subtract 3 from each side. 3x equals 0. Divide by 3. X is 0. Okay, now that's not our answer. Our answer is a point. It's to be written like a point. Now this equation right here is already solved for y. So once we plug in 0 for x, y is going to equal 3. Well, let's see. Y equals is x plus 3. So y equals, we know that x is 0 plus 3, so y is 3. Now this is our point, 0, comma 3. And that's our answer. Now this one's basically the same problem, except we don't have x or y over here by itself. But this one we can move the 3x over here and get y equals. So let's subtract 3x from each side. And we get y equals negative 3x plus 12. Now this equation and this equation are the same. We just rearranged them some. We just moved the 3x over here, but it doesn't change the value of this thing. It just changes the look of it. Now we know that y and this are the same. So in the other equation, 2x minus 2y equals 0, instead of y, we're going to substitute this, because y and negative 3x plus 12 are the same. So we're going to plug it into there. So we get 2x minus 2 times y, and y is negative 3x más 12 equals 0. Okay, now we're going to distribute the negative 2 over everything in here. If you get to here and you can't figure out what in the world am I going to do here, you just look at it and say, what can I do? About the only thing you can do is multiply the, negative 2 times everything in here. We get 2x, okay, negative 2 times everything over here, plus 6x minus, what is it, 24? Equals 0. 2x and 6x would combine like terms. That's 8x minus 24 equals 0. So we add 24 to each side. 8x equals 24. Divide everything by 8. X is 3. Now how are we going to find out what y is? Remember, this equation and this one are the same. And you can plug it into any one of these three, but let's plug it into this one because it's already solved for y. Y equals negative 3x plus 12. So y equals negative 3 times x, and x is 3, plus 12. Now it's just order of operation. We're going to do multiplication first. So y equals negative 9 plus 12. Add those together. Y is, was it 3? So our solution is 3 comma 3. X, Y. Okay. Now the next bunch of misery here. I know I'm going real fast, but you know, on the interweb here, you can stop and start and pause and all that. Or it'd be more fun. Okay, now we're going to. The first way we did this was graphing. Then we did substitution. Now, substitution is real easy. It's kind of long as the thing. You can see that substitution really takes a lot of time and manipulation. The last way of doing this is elimination. Now this one is much easier to do, but it's harder to understand. Or it is for me anyway, because I'm stupid. You take a drink. Okay. Look, what we want to do is we want to add these two equations together. And when we do, we want to eliminate, ergo the name elimination. You'll also see this called addition, the addition method, because we're going to add these two equations together. And when we do, it's going to eliminate one of the variables. Now let me stop for a second here. If we have, let's take this equation right here. If we have negative 3x plus 2y equals 5, okay? And if we take that and multiply it by 2, we're going to get negative 6x plus 4y equals 10. Now this doesn't have anything to do with our problem here. I'm just showing you that this equation and this equation are the same. They just look different. It's just like 1/2 equals 2/4, right? This is the same as this. Okay? So we can multiply by anything you want in order to get one of these equations to have one of the variables, one of the letters, to be opposite from the other one. So look, we have negative x and positive 2x. That's not going to help us any. Y and y. Now what we can do is we can multiply this equation here on the top by negative 1. And this is what happens. We get x, negative 1 times negative x is a positive x, minus y equals negative 3. You have to multiply, whatever you're multiplying by, you have to do the whole equation, not just one side or the other. Now we're going to, now this equation is the same as that. It just looks different. We're going to add these two equations together. 2x plus x is 3x. Y minus y is 0. It's gone. It's eliminated. And that's exactly what we want. We want to eliminate one of the variables. And that's what we did. Equals, and 3 minus 3 is, excuse me, 0. Divided by 3. X is, excuse me, 0. Now we plug 0 back into either one of these equations. It doesn't make any difference which one. Let's do the top one so we get rid of the, so we have negative x plus y equals 3. So put 0 in for x plus y equals 3. That's gone. So y is 3. So our solution here is 0, 3. Now remember, what we want to do is multiply. Now you can see how much simpler, this doesn't have anything to do with our problem. You can see how much simpler this is than this substitution misery. The substitution thing is real simple to understand, but it takes a lot longer to do. The elimination method is much quicker, but it's kind of harder to understand what in the world is going on. Now look, what we want here is we want to find one of the coefficients. The coefficients are the numbers in front of the letters. We want to find, is 2 a factor of 3 or 3 a factor of 2? No. Here we have negative 2 and 1. Is one of these a factor of the other? Yes. Now again, when we add these two equations together, what can we multiply or divide by to get the opposite of? What's the opposite of negative 2? Positive 2. So what can we multiply this one by? 2. And we get 6x plus 2y equals 24. And remember, these two are the same. They just look different. Now we're going to add this equation. 2x minus 2y equals 0. Now you can see that 2y minus 2y is 0. It's gone. It's eliminated. And that's what we want. So we get 8x equals 24. Divided by 8. X is 3. Now this equation is y is here by itself. Again, it doesn't make any difference which equation you use. So you have 3x plus y equals 12. Now we're going to plug, oh, stupid. Now we can do that. So 3 times 3, x is 3, plus y equals 12. So 9 plus y equals 12. We're going to solve this for y. Subtract 9 from each side. Y is 3. So our solution is 3 comma 3 in parentheses, and that's the point where the two lines come together. Now this is about as difficult as these problems get, and it's really not all that hard. Is 2 a factor of 3 or 3 a factor of 2? No. Again, is 2 a factor of 3 or 3 a factor of 2? No. So we're going to have to change both of these equations. Sometimes you have to change both of them. On the final exam, I think you're going to get a problem kind of like this one, where you're going to have to change both of them. I just downloaded the thing just yesterday, and I was looking through it. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Now look, this is negative 2. This is positive 3. So let's multiply this one by 3, this number here, and multiply this number by 2, that number, and we're going to get this. 6x minus 6y equals negative 4. Oh, is this y'all's? This is your homework, doggone it. I'm stupid. Okay, now we multiply 2 times everything over here, and we get 6x plus 6y equals 24. Right? Right. Now you can see that 6y minus 6y is 0. It's gone, it's eliminated. That's what we want. So we get 12x equals, what did I do here? 6x, 6y equals 24. No, stupid. We're going to add these two together, and we get 20. Is that right? What did I do wrong here? Stupid boy. 6x minus 6y. Oh, 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. I'm sorry. I'll do better. No, I probably won't. So we get 12x. That's the one, if you're going to make a mistake, it's probably going to be the same stupid mistake I just made, and that you have to multiply the 3 times everything in the equation, not just the left side. Okay, so 12x equals 24 minus 12 is 12. Divide by 12, so x is 1. Substitute it back into one of those and get the y. Okay, okay. Can't believe I did your homework for you. I'm so stupid. Okay, let's look at some more of these. The elimination method. Okay, here's a real simple one. Negative 4x minus 2y equals negative 12, and 4x plus 8y equals negative 24. System of equations. Okay, this one's already done for you. Negative 4x and positive 4x, when we add these two equations together, that's going to be eliminated. And we get 6y equals negative, what is it, 36? Divided by 6, y is negative 6. Now we plug negative 6 in for one of these y's and find out I'm going to let you do the simple ones. Same thing, same thing. Okay, here's one. Negative 2x minus 9y negative 4x minus 9y. This one's equal to negative 25. This one's equal to negative 23. A system of equations. Okay, if we add these two together, and remember, we want one of these to be the opposite of the other one. When I say the opposite of, like a negative 2x and a positive 2x, well, this isn't going to help us any. Negative 9y and negative 9y, those are the same. They're not opposites. So what are we going to do? All we have to do is make this one into a positive. How do we do that? Multiply by negative 1. And we get plus 2x. Okay, negative 1. All we're going to do here is change the signs. Plus 9y equals 25. Now we're going to add these two together. Remember, this equation and this one are the same. They just look different. So negative 4x plus 2x is a negative 2x. Negative 9y plus 9y is 0. It's gone. It's eliminated. Equals 25 minus 23 is a positive 2. Divide by negative 2. X is negative 1. Now, in order to find the y, you need to plug this into one of these equations or the other and solve. Okay, let's do this one. 5x plus y equals 9, and 10x minus 7y equals negative 18. System of equations. Now, what are we going to do to one equation or the other? And like I said, sometimes you have to do both. Now, these you don't have to. Is 5 a factor of 10? Yes. Now remember, the coefficient of this one's 1. Is 1 a factor of 7? Yes. So what do you want to do here? Probably the easiest thing to do is multiply this one by negative 2. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10x. You see, that's what we want. We want one of these terms to be the opposite of the other one, and that's what we've done. And negative 2 times y is negative 2y. It's a y. Oh, my handwriting's getting worse and worse. Negative 2 times 9 is, what is that, negative 18? And we're going to remember this equation and this one are the same. We just rearranged them and manipulated them some. 10x minus 10x is 0. It's gone. It's eliminated. Negative 7y plus 2y, or negative 9y, equals negative 36. Divide by negative 9, y is positive 4. It's starting to make more sense now. I'm telling you, you will prefer to do this rather than that substitution misery, but it doesn't make any difference. You can do whichever one you want. And on the final exam, it's going to say use whatever method you want. You take a drink. Oh, that's good. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do this one. Negative 7x plus y equals negative 19. And negative 2x plus 3y also equals negative 19. What could be more fun? System of equations. Now, is 2 a factor of 7 or 7 a factor of 2? No. Now remember, the coefficient here is 1. So what can we multiply 1 by to get it to be the opposite of 3y? So what we want negative 3y. So let's multiply this one by negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 7 is a positive 21x minus 3y equals 57. There's where your handy dandy calculator will come in handy. I'm so stupid I can't do it. 19 times 3. Yeah, 57. Oh, what a smart boy I am. Okay, negative 3 times negative 19 is negative. Now I've already forgotten. What was it, 57? No, it's going to be positive 57. Negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, 21x minus 2x is a 19x. 3y minus 3y is 0. It's gone. It's eliminated. Equals 38. I think that's right. 57 minus 19. Yeah. Divide by 19. X is 2. Now plug 2 back into any of those equations, and you'll get what the y is. Okay? All right. See y'all Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye, bonds.